Weak farts. Weak farts.
That's better.
It smells so bad.
No, it doesn't. You can't smell anything. Stop lying. Alright.
Welcome back to the Goobers podcast with your host, Lucy Sabine, and my guest, Caleb Sobek.
I'm always here.
My guest, Caleb Sobek.
I don't call you a guest. I say also Lucy Sabine. Don't do that.
Okay.
So we recently, today, about an hour ago, we just watched.
So tonight we had a movie night.
We wanted to see what was it called?
We went to go watch The Escape Room.
Yeah, and I guess it was only showing tonight.
Which was only showing tonight. Which we didn't know because we just chose it on a whim.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I actually kind of liked that movie. Surprised.
Yeah, I liked it too. It made me uncomfortable. Did it make you uncomfortable?
Yeah, a bit.
But that's probably what it was supposed to do. It did a good job of that kind of uncomfort.
Oh, and before we start talking more
Spoiler alert. Is that what you were going to say? Sorry, I just thought
you can't say exactly what I'm saying.
It's almost like we think the same thing. I'm just faster.
No, you hear me and then you say it.
No, we think the same thing.
Okay.
We're twins.
Continue.
Are we related?
Continue.
That
wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good. Continue.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh. Spoiler alert. Oh, God. I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I had an accident with my flatulence.
Okay, just continue, please. Continue. What were you?
I don't know.
Okay,
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. We're going to be talking about the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie and you want to watch it,
I don't know where you're going to find it because it was only showing tonight where we live. So I don't really know. But if you want to if you saw that and you want to see it, you should probably just
wait.
Continue listening.
Oh, yes. Don't wait to watch the movie, I meant.
Yeah, wait to watch the movie.
Keep listening. Because
listening.
Then you won't want to skip like we did.
Skip the movie.
I had very strong urges to skip parts of the movie just because it's uncomfortable.
It wasn't that uncomfortable. What are you talking about? Uncomfortable?
I don't know. I
guess some parts was there were some parts just stupid.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant my anxiety levels were up. I wanted to just skip the parts that made me really nervous.
Did you fart again?
No, I didn't fart again.
Okay, that's fine.
God.
All right. So, I give it a. We can do that at the end though.
So the movie starts. How does it start?
It starts with that girl, and she's at a.
Yeah. So it starts with this college girl, and you can tell she has. What's her name?
Yeah. Alice or something? It was Alice
Did
or
they
something.
ever say her name?
Yeah, they said it a bunch of times. Doesn't matter.
Rosie?
Well, it starts with this girl. She's going to college. He's at a college class. Quantum physics stuff.
Super smart.
Yeah, really, really smart. And she's in class. She wants to say, I guess she wants to give an answer, but she's kind of, she had problems, anxiety and stuff, and she wanted to say an answer to one of the questions to the teacher gave gave the class, and she wanted to answer it. And she didn't, and the teacher talked to her, and told her that she should try to do something scary, She could have her, weird bubble that she's got. And she left the class, then goes to this, this really rich guy. Not really rich, but he's what was it?
He's like a business mogul.
Mogul?
Yeah, mogul. New word. He's like a business mogul. He's like the founder of whatever it is. He's the head guy.
He wasn't. No, he's not.
He wasn't?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It was stocks and trades, and he obviously had a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then what? Just go to the next guy.
Yeah. Well, he
It didn't
I
really.
guess his boss or something calls him because like I guess something happened and he's like,
I think it was just a client. It was just a client called him and he was like,
"Bet I'm gonna get a present."
Yeah, he was like, "Thanks for all the money you just got me. I'm gonna send you a present."
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, it didn't really character profile him as well as it did the girl.
Yeah.
Like it was just kind of like it was just this.
It was
rich
like
guy.
showing he was cocky and stuff and.
Yeah, and then it goes to the next guy, which is some poor.
Yeah, some guy. He's working in like this retail store or something.
Yeah,
like
and he wasn't even allowed
in the front office.
in the front because it would make the store look bad, which we don't know why at that point.
Yeah.
But I mean, you figure out later. But yeah, and then what? It's just them, right? It's just them.
Yeah, and then they get the boxes.
They all get boxes.
They have like a puzzle kind of thing in them. You know, they
Yeah.
start figuring out the puzzles, and then a little note card pops out. And,
That invites them to the escape room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they go.
Yeah, they go to it, and there's 3 other people.
Yeah, that's where it introduces another girl named Amanda.
Guy named Mike.
Yeah, an old guy named, well, not an old guy, but
He was like 40 something.
like 40, maybe 50.
Yeah.
Guy named Mike, and then a young nerdy kid.
Who was like into these kind of escape rooms.
Yeah, he was like he'd done how many 91.
Yeah, something
Something like that in the 90s.
No, he said 99.
I think he said 93.
It was in the 90s, something like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. He wasn't much help. He was just annoying.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of gave him clues, like, hey, look for clues and stuff. And they're all in the room, and they start waiting around a little bit, they start talking. And Amanda is looking around. So she was in Iraq, right? Vietnam? No, Iraq. EMP blew up her car, she was on fire.
Yeah.
And that's kind of her thing.
Yeah, they all have like different things that happen to them that you find out the farther along you get into the movie.
Every room was unique to one person, and that first room was unique to her.
Yeah. So like they start out the room and it's kind of like an oven kind of dealio. So
it was like an oven.
Yeah, it looked pretty
much
much
like a toaster.
It was pretty much exactly that. So they're like trying to figure out different things and it gets hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
And then
well,
and then
well, let's not spoil all of it. They get out of the room.
Yeah.
They figure out they had to put these coasters down and they get out of the room. Alright. They get into another room. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it's a log cabin.
Yeah, it's like a log cabin kind of thing. And it really targets the
boy.
No. Yeah. Him.
Well, the first part, yeah.
The guy in the store.
When they get out.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Well, inside the building.
It's like a room and then they get out of it eventually. Well, it doesn't take them that long, and then they are in another room, which is kind of like a ice thing.
Yeah.
Like a lake.
Yeah, it was like a lake in this kind of room with like holograms, like a wall with like screens.
Yeah.
Really cold, like -30.
Yeah, and so it was.
Not minus.
There was.
It was getting colder and colder.
Yeah.
It started at 30 degrees, go down.
There wasn't a threat in the log cabin one, but the threat for the ice one was that they were going to freeze if they didn't get out.
Yeah.
And the smart guy.
No, well, they're looking around.
Oh, okay.
And let's see, I guess you could say the mogul guy, whatever, the black guy. He's black.
His name's Jason.
Yeah, Jason. They're walking around, and I think it's Alice who finds this kind of thing with like a jacket in it, a red jacket, and that ties into what's his name?
It ties into Jason's thing
story.
event.
The
his
event
story.
that happened to him. Like he was. All right. Well, that ties into him. Traumatic stuff. And then the dumb boy, he falls in a hole, a little ice hole, and he doesn't die. His foot goes in like a fishing ice hole.
The grocery store guy gets his foot caught, and so that's where
not caught.
not caught, but like it falls through the ice.
Falls through the ice. He gets up, he's fine. It's just like his leg's cold as shit. Sorry, I'm cussing.
That's where they figure out that that's where they're gonna have to get their key from to leave the room.
And then smart girl, she finds a magnet in a bear's mouth, polar bear mouth.
Right.
Yeah. Put it on the fishing line and down, pick up this ice block with a key in it.
Yeah, so they all have to like huddle around it and like put their hands on it to melt it. It's like a really thick ice block.
Yeah, but before that happens,
Oh, right.
smart guy who does all the room stuff, he falls to the ice
He
and
falls
dies.
through, and that's where they figure out that
It's not fake, it's all like,
yeah,
they're
it's all
trying to
real.
kill him and stuff.
But anyways, they get out of the room.
Yeah, they get out of the room.
They get out of the room, and they end up in... Was it the...
It was the upside down room. Pool room.
There's like an upside down...
I guess a bar or something? 80s kind of bar, 90s bar.
Like a billiard ball room. Like a pool table room.
Yeah, the pool table. Everything's upside down. They're on the ceiling.
Yeah.
And the floor's falling and stuff. They find a... phone falls, and they get the phone and they answer it. Mike does.
And it plays music.
Yeah, music.
Like, really bad. It's kind of like musical chairs.
Yeah.
Except
every time the music stops, a random floor falls.
Yeah. And they have to like
find a door handle.
Yeah, they have to find the door handle, and to get it, they had to unlock a code. So they just spend the time unlocking the code and avoiding the floor falls.
Mm-hmm. And that's when Alice dies. Burn lady. She had burns.
Yeah, she falls. That was what really made me nervous. I just wanted to skip was her death. It was. I don't know.
Just heights.
Yeah, it was just like heights.
That's scary.
Yeah, and like she was like hanging from the telephone cord. Like she caught the telephone call.
She decides to just
let go because she can't.
It breaks, but she knows it's gonna break. And they say just stop, and she falls. She tosses the handle to them.
Yeah, so
they get through.
Yeah. And then they're in the.
They're in the kind of like the medical kind of room.
Yeah, they end up in a medical room which had beds for each and every one of them because they'd all been in an accident.
Yeah.
And that's where they kind of tell their own stories of what happened to them.
And we won't get into that right now. We'll tell at the end.
Yeah.
Person by person.
Yeah, and then there's like a time after I tell their stories. There's like a timer on the on a TV
screen, and it starts going.
Yeah, it's a medical room, so the doctor is Dr. Wu Tang, and he was also in the first room.
He's in all the rooms.
Yeah, he's in all the rooms.
He's all over.
So he's pretty important, but they have to get a heart rate fast enough or low enough to open the door.
They thought it was fast enough. They end up killing Mike with EKG.
Electrocuting him.
Yeah, and then
which didn't work.
Yeah, it did not work. His heart rate was like 260 something, and he died. And I think then Jason figures out that it has to be lower.
So he
pretty much calms himself.
Meditates or something.
Yeah, down to 50. It unlocks, a door opens. And while that's all happening, Alice is freaking out, breaking all the...
I think her name's Alice.
It's not Alice. That's the white girl.
Oh, that's Amanda.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, no.
It's Alex or something.
I think it's... Anyways, she's going crazy.
She's bringing all the lights because...
she figures out that, or she thinks she figures out.
Yeah, she thinks she figured out if she breaks all the
cameras, that they can't, be affected.
Yeah, they can't be affected. And,
Zoe's her name.
Yeah, Zoe dies. She doesn't really die. She doesn't die.
But she does get poisoned.
Yeah, she does.
Because that was the killer in the room. It was poison gas.
Yeah, there was poison at a time when it stops. Then poison goes.
But the other two got out.
Was Jason.
Jason and
grocery store boy.
Yeah.
They get in a room and they.
It's like.
Grocery store boy figures out that.
It's a really trippy room to begin with.
Yeah, all this black and white.
It was kind of like fingerprints over each other. That's what I thought it was like.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was like fingerprints.
Yeah. Well, grocery boy figures out that Jason killed
Killed the guy in his own story when he had flipped it around.
When he lied about him going crazy and trying to kill him, and then swims off. But instead, he kills him, takes the jacket, and he drowns him. And Jason figures out that he doesn't know the story of what happened.
Yeah.
But he figures out that he killed him.
Yeah.
That's why he survived. But then there was a hatch with I guess some kind of.
It had like an oil, I guess.
No, it was a gas.
Oh, it was a gas? I don't know. But they said like there was stuff on their hands.
They thought there was stuff on their hands.
Oh. I thought there was like an oil that maybe got into their skin. Like snake venom? I don't know.
No, it was a normal drug. It was kind of like DMT or something. I don't know what they said. But there was drugs in grocery boys when they got to the hospital.
I'm surprised.
Got in trouble for that.
Anyways, they go like crazy and like
there's words on the hatch when they open it.
I tell them that they can leave, but like they need an antidote
because one of them will die if they don't get the antidote.
What did you say?
I don't know.
Antidote.
Anyways, well they start fighting over it. Oh my god. they start fighting over it, and Grocery Boy ends up killing Jace. What's his name? Well, he kills him. He knocks him over. Hits his head.
Yeah, and
And Jace also breaks his leg. Kind of.
No, not Jason. The other guy.
Who's Jason? Black guy.
Jason's the black guy.
Yeah, he breaks his leg.
Oh yeah, he breaks the Grocery Boy's leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jace dies.
Yeah, he dies.
Gets knocked out. Breaks his neck.
Yeah. Hits his head.
Yeah, on the wall or something.
Yeah, on the
There's
corner.
like corner of a wall.
Anyways, the other guy escapes and gets to the last room, and
it's like he. In the beginning of the movie, it shows him in that room and him trying to get out.
Yeah, so I think.
And it cuts back to because it shows in the beginning it shows him figuring out the thing.
Yeah, he figured out the code but it doesn't work.
Yeah, and he was getting crushed to death.
Yeah, and then the key.
It cuts back and
he hides in the fireplace.
The fireplace.
So that he doesn't get crushed.
Yeah.
Which is pretty smart.
And he gets a shield that was on the wall and he hides in it. Opens up. He wins. But in the meantime, Zoe is actually alive. She's not dead. And she used the oxygen mask.
To survive the poison, which is...
And then these these guys in hazmat suits come in. And they have guns and stuff.
Yeah, so she knocks him out and she takes a gun. And then while that's happening, there's like a last room.
Who's Grocery Boy's name? We have to figure that out.
For the winner, and so he goes in, and then there's a guy talking to him about like how it all works.
His name's Ben.
His name's Ben.
Yeah. Okay,
so Ben.
And in the meantime, the creator, well, he's the game master, which you were talking about in the beginning. The game master. He's not the one who created all the rooms, and he was saying there was a bunch of rich people who needed more entertainment. They made the games. Blah, blah, blah.
It's kind of like the same well, not really. I was going to say it's kind of the same idea for the Hunger Games, but this one's just like...
This is kind of like Saw in some sort. Yeah. Except punishment.
It's like pure...
evilness.
Entertainment. Like, same thing like why they had gladiator fights and stuff.
Yeah, he was explaining it. And if you watch it, he'll explain it way better than we can. And he gives Ben a cigarette, and he starts choking him with a wire. So he can't escape, He's not allowed to, because, he survived. Yeah. He wins, but he can't escape. And then Zoe comes in with a gun, shoots him in the back. Ben's acting dead on the floor.
Yeah.
Or he was knocked out or something. And the game master is about to kill.
Anyway, there's a tussle. They get out alive. The guy dies. Mm-hmm. And they go to the police. They go to the hospital. And
Ben's found with drugs in his system.
Yeah, Zoe... They cut to a scene where Zoe's, like, going back to the building. And they look inside and it's...
Completely empty.
It's completely different. Like, it's vacant. It looks like
It looks like it was just like a smoke place, you know, getting drugs like heroin and stuff. That's what it was like. It was like a crack house.
Which is completely different to what it was in the actual game.
With the name with the words up on a wall, which
yeah, it said No Way Out, but if you reverse it, it says Wu
Dr. Wu Tang, whatever his name was.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang Yu. Yeah, Wu-Tang Yu.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang Yu. That's what it says. And so she's like going crazy, and I guess that's their way of showing that the police weren't going to get any more involved because they were just druggies.
Yeah. Because
that's where they mentioned that the guy she was with was found with drugs in his system. And then 6 months later, they
she figures out that the people who died with him in there were he put in scenarios.
Yeah, they were like their deaths were covered up.
Yeah.
Based on how they died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she figures out that their base of operations are in a certain spot, and they're gonna take a flight, you know, get there. There's no more spoilers.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about?
Yeah, we'll just talk about their stories.
Yeah. So Zoe, they were on a plane and they crash in a mountain or something.
Yeah, and her mom dies, and it took them a week to find Zoe, and she was the only survivor.
Yeah.
And then for Jason, like he said, him and a friend went out on a boat.
But a massive wave hits them, flips the boat.
Yeah.
They're on the boat. They're having hypothermia. You know, they're freaking out, and Jace kills his friend because he had the jacket and only one jacket between them. He kills him in the water, takes the jacket, and it says that his friend was like freaking out and just swims off.
Yeah. Anyways, he was the only survivor. That was pretty much the point eventually.
Yeah, and then
all
of them were the only survivors.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
That's why they were chosen, because they were supposed to be lucky.
Yeah. So he was like the luckiest of the bunch, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then for Mike, I thought his story was kind of sad. Like,
yeah, his was really sad.
He was a minor.
He was a minor.
Yeah.
And him and like 40 other people, and then also his little brother. What was it?
They had a cave in, and Mike and his brother got pinned together. I mean, he couldn't see him, but he said he'd hear him.
Yeah, like breathe his last breath, and then these people came by and got him out.
Yeah, and Mike was the only one that survived.
Yeah.
And then
I guess
Ben, the grocery boy, he got wasted in a car with his friends, and he was the one that survived.
Yeah, and that was good.
Who was else? Was it the nerdy guy? Oh,
Alice.
Amanda. Yeah. Amanda's car blew up. We said that. She was the one that survived from her squad.
She was in yeah, we said that.
Yeah. And then the little nerdy boy.
Nerdy boy. I guess his family.
It said carbon
monoxide poisoning. He was the only survivor. His entire family died.
Yeah.
In the house. He survived.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah. I'd say I give this movie like a 7 out of 10. Yeah. It was a good movie. There was some loose ends and some annoyances.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. And what they do with Alice. Alice?
Zoe?
No, Alice.
Amanda
was pretty good.
I think Alice.
I was thinking Alice. I thought her name was Alice. Is that Amanda?
It's Amanda.
Okay. I thought what they did was pretty good with her. I like how they killed off little Game Boy first, because I didn't like him. He was kind of annoying. How was he? Like a smart car.
Popcorn. What?
It's like, I farted. I have to smell my own fart. You know South Park?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like you're so full of yourself.
No, I'm trying to give you a hint.
I want
you to
give them a hint.
You better shut your mouth.
My pillow.
Anyways.
My pillow.
It was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I liked it. And I'd say you should go watch it.
Yeah, we didn't spoil...
Where will you find it? We didn't spoil...
everything.
We tell you the ending, and you don't really need to know that. You know?
Yeah.
I think what happens inside and all the hints it gives is really the full part of it. Really good part of it.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Actually, I'll change it. I'll be like an 8 out of 10.
I don't know. I feel like it would have been interesting if they had ended it another way.
Maybe a little bit.
Like,
more justice.
if it was like all Zoe.
But that wouldn't make sense, though.
I know it wouldn't have made sense.
They would have to change the beginning of it just to do that.
Yeah. She'd have to have a bit more character development. And I kind of wish, like, for some of the rooms, you could figure out what was happening while it was happening. Like, for the oven room, if you were really perceptive, you could have figured out what they needed to do.
Yeah.
But, and, like, for the log cabin, that one was really easy to figure out. But, like, for the ice room, I don't think it was as obvious.
The only reason they escaped is because every room was tied to each one of them.
Yeah.
In some sort of way. That's the only way they made it out.
Yeah.
Except the last few, because some of them died.
Yeah, so...
The important ones died.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you know... It's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It kind of... I don't know. It makes you feel like you're in a simulation.
Yeah.
When you get out, like, what's real? Am I in a game? It's kind of like how, like, if you watch Netflix's Bandersnatch, that's kind of how that felt. Like,
that was very good too.
It was like
go play Bandersnatch.
It was like Netflix was trying to tell you that we're all being controlled. There's no such thing as free will.
You're gonna stop this.
I'm gonna freak myself out.
Yeah, you are.
I can't do that. Okay, anyways.
Well, I think this will be the end of podcast.
It's not a good movie to watch if you're very unsure about yourself.
Yeah.
Or if you have a phobia of the unknown. Or severe anxiety issues. Or any kind of phobias.
Or if you're on drugs. Don't do it if you're on drugs. Now, that trippy scene, that was a really good scene. I really like that one. That last part with Ben and Jason. I'm going to cut it short.
You keep saying Jace.
It's Jace.
Like, why are you giving him a nickname? You don't like him.
Yeah. They all heard that.
Look, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, God.
How about you just hold it in?
Here.
Okay. It smells...
What does always happen?
It's so bad. It's like a rat died in your ass.
Anyways, that's all we had. We watched that and we were like, we gotta talk about it. Hopefully that was interesting.
Yeah, I liked it, and if you guys have a chance to go see it, you should go see it. It's a good movie.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Hurry up.
Okay, well, this is the end of the podcast, and remember, guys, go to our YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube. This will be uploaded to YouTube and also iTunes. So check it out on iTunes, YouTube, and Lucy's going to the bathroom right now. So it's just me and you. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.